What's up, guys? Boy Benny. You probably have an elderly person in your family, a grandparent, a great-grandparent, if you're lucky. And as people get older, they become unable to do the tasks that young people can do. That's just the way life is. I had a grandmother who was in a wheelchair for half her life, and that's just the way it was, right? She's still a lovely, beautiful person. But imagine if I took my beloved Nana, who was in a wheelchair, and said, you got to work a manual labor job on a construction site. And that's what you're going to do for the rest of your life. I'm going to force you, as your loved one, as somebody who's like watching over you, I'm going to force you to work manual labor inside of the pit. That would make me a sick, demonic person. I'd probably get arrested, actually, when people saw this little granny down there inside of the gravel pit. Okay, wheeling around, trying to get through the gravel in a wheelchair. What I'm saying is, obviously, I should be arrested for doing something like that. That would be called elder abuse. That should be something that is prosecuted in all 50 states, and that'd be wrong. And it'd be wrong if you did it to, whoever you're thinking of right now, who's a little elderly in your family. So why is it okay when Jill Biden does it? That's the question. That's the question of the day right now that everybody is asking. Donald Trump up posting hilarious but true headlines like this: Trump indicted for murdering elderly man on CNN. The Babylon Bee post, and this is a real post from Donald Trump, who's 25 million followers on Instagram, 762,000 likes on this thing. Trump indicted for murdering elderly man. It's true though, right? Because after the debate last night, all of the headlines saying this is the worst debate performance in American history. Joe Biden is toast. Joe Biden's humiliated, and some headlines actually narrow in on the true evil villain. And this is what a huge portion of the internet is starting to look at. Jill Biden, she's truly the monster behind the scenes here, isn't she? Is it really Barack Obama? What does Barack Obama get out of this? Does Jill Biden get more? And who has the most contact with Joe Biden? We know when Barack Obama and Joe Biden are together, they don't seem to like each other very much. And they don't meet that often. Their schedules are public, right? So they really don't meet that often. So who's the real villain here? It's Jill Biden. Nurse Ratchet is what she's being called. Jill is charging up the defibrillator for one last Biden restart. But the New York Times turns on Terminal Joe. How long can the presidential puppet mistress continue? Presidential puppet mistress. Oof. Oh, man. Oh, and look at Jill. Oh, she's so grotesque. And what she did yesterday is just so embarrassing in the way that she treated Joe Biden. Watch this. Watch this this breathtaking 10-second clip of Jill Biden speaking to Joe Biden like he's a 3-year-old.
You did such a great job. You answered every question. You knew all the facts. And let me ask the crowd, what did Trump do? Lie! Yes.
Nurse Ratchet, right? You get the reference? Nurse Ratchet. That's what everybody's saying. Stunning moment, Jill Biden congratulates husband like a child after Trump debate disaster, sparking calls from panicked Democrats for him to step aside and for hopefully Jill to be criminally charged like she deserves to be. It's Joe Biden. I mean, imagine doing this to Joe Biden. Imagine Joe Biden is your husband, right? God forbid. But then these are the things that you actually do to him. This moment also utterly and completely remarkable. Check this out. Just watch this one step. Ouch. This is the high def version of Joe Biden. The high def version of Joe Biden not being able to take a single stair. This is Joe Biden. You see Jill Biden here, the night nurse, Nurse Ratchet, having to drag him over a single stair. That's like 6 inches big, maybe less, maybe like a 3-inch stair. And you can see her, Nurse Ratchet him over the single stair. What a complete and utter witch, this lady. This is the photo right there. This is the photo of Joe Biden being incapable of taking this teeny little stair right here. And this is leading the entire cavalry of the internet to say that Jill Biden is truly the evil behind what's going on with Joe Biden. I mean, of course, Jill Biden's actually the one in charge. Like, meaning of the day-to-day. Maybe there's some type of, like, more nefarious puppet master who's staffing the federal agencies and stuff. But the one who's actually juicing up Joe Biden day in and day out is Jill Biden. And even the corporate media are on
You know, he had a cold, but this is the thing. When you have a cold, there's many things you can take for it. We didn't know he had a cold until he stood up. A cold doesn't force you to lose your train of thought. A cold doesn't force you to just throw things out randomly that to many people made no sense. And so how long do we continue to act like that we didn't see what we just saw last night? I thought for many people, the word I keep hearing, it was very painful to watch.
Well, it was painful to watch. And imagine being a wretched monster, Jill Biden. Jill Biden is a monster. This is what the entire internet is saying. Because she is certifiably terrifying, says Riley Gaines. All while Joe sits and waits for his juice box. She is clearly the person who is operating and manhandling Joe. You see here, zoomed in version of Joe Biden trying to get over a stare at the debate. This right here is why Joe Biden will not be dropping out. Sorry, Joe. Look at this. Who do you think's really driving all of this? What a malevolent monster. Jill Biden just loves the power. She just loves the power. She's just a dumb Chardonnay stepmom who was the babysitter, right? Who has nothing going on in her life and is not wanting to go retire to the suburbs. And she is the person driving all of this. She is the elder abuser. She should be criminally charged. Jill Biden tells Joe he did a great job. I mean, how much of a monster is she? Needs to be way more discussed. She's evil. Yeah, that's what the entire internet is saying. Look at this. Meghan McCain, who is a big-time Trump hater, right? Jill Biden will not be remembered kindly in American history. Wow. For Meghan McCain. Two things. Team Trump should be very proud of themselves tonight, says Jesse Kelly. What a great performance. Jill Biden is a heartless witch. Truly. Shame on Jill Biden for allowing this to go on so long. Shameful actions as a wife. Shameful actions as a human being, says Sage Steele. I have no respect for Jill Biden. Encouraging your husband to embarrass himself like this is not love, says Letha Booth. Yes, exactly. Jill Biden and the White House doctors are monsters for allowing this to go on. That's exactly right. Fake Dr. Jill Biden is truly one of the most evil people on earth to do this to your husband. Watch Jill Biden's body language in this next clip. It's breathtaking. Joe already buffered. It's hard to watch. We're only 13 minutes in. Jill Biden is evil for subjecting Joe Biden to this. Watch Joe Biden on stage. Watch Jill Biden's body language.
Look, folks, I shouldn't say this, but my brother always uses lines from movies. There was a famous movie by John Wayne, and he's working for the Northern military, trying to get the Apaches back in the revegetation. And they were lying like hell to him. And they're all sitting on a bluff. And John Wayne was sitting with two Indian, they were Apaches.
She's ready to grab them.
One of them looked at John Wayne and said, "These guys are nothing but lying, dog-faced pony soldiers." Except he's just a liar.
What an absolute, you can sell. You can see it on her. Ugh. Laura Ingraham. Could Jill Biden be more deranged than her husband? Yes. She thinks he still has a chance of winning in November. For all intents and purposes, says Laura Ingraham, we are being governed by Jill Biden and the White House staff. That's exactly right. Jill Biden is a horrible person, says the great Julie Kelly, and she's a good judge of character. Jill Biden should be ashamed of herself. Everybody's sharing this clip, right? This clip with that horrible, wretched, that wenchy face of Jill Biden screaming. Jill Biden is arguably the worst human being on the planet. She knows how bad it is. Joe is sick, and she doesn't care about him or the nation. She doesn't. Jill Biden is so desperate to hold on to power. That's exactly right. I can't believe they let Joe Biden debate. The race is over. Dr. Jill Biden should be ashamed of herself. Complete and total evisceration. Joe Biden practiced this for a week. Joe Biden has to go down as one of the worst wife in American history. That's right. Tonight reveals the following facts, says Leo Terrell. Joe Biden has lied to the American people regarding his mental health. Joe Biden has placed his ego above the American people. And Jill Biden is guilty of elder abuse. I guess we know who's behind this. It's effing nuts, says Greg Gutfeld. This family is nuts. Jill Biden, again, congratulating Joe on answering the questions. You answered all the questions, Joe, like a 3-year-old. How it started, says Cat Turd. How it's going. Oh, God. Yep, this is actually your ruler, America. This unhappy Chardonnay, Lululemon yoga pants, Xanax mom from the suburbs. Grand old memes. Joe Biden, we're done when I say we're done. It's perfect. It's perfect. The zeitgeist of the Democrat Party in one image. That's right. Unhappy old white ladies screaming as their neutered husbands stand behind them. And then Joe Biden just held an event. And they proved everything that we're saying. So Joe Biden's first event after this nightmare of a debate is him standing behind his wife, like looking, again, like he soiled himself.
What you saw last night on the debate stage
What the hell is Joe Biden wearing?
Biden, a president with integrity and character.
What's going on with Joe Biden's face?
Who told the truth. And Donald Trump told lie after lie after lie. Oh, you're good. You're so good.
Oh, make it stop. Oh, please, for the love of God. Melania, please. Melania, return to us, please. Look at this dress. Jill Biden, what you saw last night on the debate stage was really Joe Biden. This woman is evil, says producer Danny on our show. Meanwhile, Joe Biden, after his speech, tries to jump off the stage again. Look at this. What is this move? What is this move? The reality is that Jill Biden and Joe Biden don't actually have a love story. The reality is that this guy is Jill Biden's husband, and she cheated on him with Joe when she was the babysitter, and that Joe cheated on her, his wife, with Jill. And that's how you get such effed up kids, right? This guy is alive and well today. He tells the full story of the monstrous behavior of Jill Biden, like from the start.
And asked his help obtaining a liquor license.
So you were friends with Joe Biden?
Oh, yeah. Not only that, I threw a fundraiser for him in August, raised between $2,500 and $3,000. We got married in 70. I introduced Joe to Jill in 72, right before the election.
Then one day, he says a man came into his bar and asked him to pay damages for a fender bender that involved Jill.
He looks at me and he says, "Oh, she wasn't driving." I said, "Her beloved Corvette, she wasn't driving it?" He goes, "Senator Biden was driving it." And I went, "What?"
Oh, man. Sick monsters. Look at these. Look at this sick. Look at this absolute evil, evil Jezebel. This evil, wicked woman. Could you imagine doing that? It's abuse. It's abuse. I've said it once and I'll say it again. I hope Joe Biden is charged. Okay? Never said that about any first lady. There's been first ladies I really didn't like. But hope Joe Biden is charged. Elder abuse. Clearest cut case I've ever seen. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe to charge Jill Biden. See ya.